Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Thanks for popping in. I know it's kind of a little bit, hey, Punkette, Beatlemaniac, Hummer Muffin. I know it's kind of an impromptu live, but I believe that I don't know for sure, but I believe that we are going to get notice here soon. Hey, Salem. Um, in my opinion, that they have found EliZa Fletcher. They have spent the majority of the day near the apartment. Hey, Wolfie. Um, Hey, Incognito. So let's go over something. So this is where they've spent a majority of the day. Hey, Amber, would be over here. So hey, Jameson, I couldn't get my Google Earth to work on my dinosaur laptop, and my daughter's using her computer. But um, so you can see where I've circled. That is Industrial Park. Hey, Megan. Hey, Brett. So this is Industrial Park over here. This is allegedly where they are searching right now. And the image I'm about to show you can pretty much verify it. You can see right where that blue goes off the, the screen a little bit is where the star is. And that is where the I think it's called Longview Garden Park. So that is where Mario is the brother of Cleotha, aka, hey Sarah, Pookie. But let's go ahead and get to what we're all here for. So, as of about an hour ago, I've been following Ian Ripple, and he works for, I believe it's, I don't know, channel 48 or something, but he has been on scene. He was asked an hour ago to move and to leave, and they have set up a command center right by the apartment. So, let me make sure I have this nice and, okay, that's all the way up. I'm going to show you some. So, let's go right to the beginning. Here you go. So let me tell you what we're looking at. So this is um over by, what just happened? The industrial park. I think you can see, if you guys can see, I'm hoping you can. I hope my daughter will get off the computer screen, but her computer screen. Hey Denise, hey Unique Trauma Obsessed. If you guys can see, that looks to be, like one of those little like energy buildings or something. I believe that's what that is. So this would be the turn. This is one of the crime scenes. Hey Trish, that they have marked off. This is another angle. So this part right here, y'all, where they have that, the little bit of the, I don't know, what do you even call that? A little bit of where you go into the woods. Now, there is one thing that I found I did not realize right over near this industrial parkway is just a massive strip for probably miles beyond what I could see, obviously, because it's train tracks, all train tracks. So let's take a look at some of this. So, according to Ian, which is ABC 24, he said crime scene in place, multiple agencies and investigators arriving, including FBI, was asked to leave the area, and crime scene is expanding by blocks, working to see if it's related to EliZa. But he's got more stuff here. There's a whole bunch of stuff to go over. He said this is more from the scene. So this looks to be, he said police were standing by. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any like updates coming across the street. So, I mean, they've moved everything to that area right there. I mean, I can't fathom another reason that they would be there and all shift so quickly unless they had found her. I really can't. Um, I haven't heard to this point that they have, but I'm just pretty much waiting, um, refreshing, and figured we could go over a couple things while I see what happens because it's been coming in pretty quickly. Um, if you hadn't known today that Cleotha actually got 2 more charges added. So it does say authorities continue to search the surrounding area and all of surrounding area, which is taped off to Longview Garden Apartments where Abstin's brother lives. Okay, so it is where, if anyone wants to come up, you can. My kids are still not in school, so I can't guarantee one's not going to come down here and yell. But so he had 2 charges. Let's talk about the charges he got added today. He had 2 charges added, which was, I want to make sure that I get the exact charges. Why is my computer so stupid? So 1 second. I believe it was like theft of over $1,000 and identity theft or something, but I want to get the exact wording because that's important. Okay, so his new. So Sally, I think the FBI has been on since the beginning. Because it was a missing person. So if the FBI is requested, from what I have heard, she was last seen at 3800 Central Ave. Sarah, really? Okay, so it says Cleotha had new charges emerged stemming from a police report 1 day before. So yeah, the report, wow, an unknown individual. The report read that Jasmine Batista filed a theft report with MPD. Who the hoo-ha is Jasmine? No, Sally, I think they will come if they are asked, but I'm not sure. Okay, so a Jasmine Batista filed an theft report of an unknown individual using her Cash App and Wisely card at gas stations without her knowledge or consent. Batista works at Malco. Okay, so Malco is the cleaning company, to the best of my knowledge, that I want to say Malco. No, Malco Theater is where he was the day before, where they obtained the video footage of him wearing those champion sandals the day before. That is Malco Theater. So thanks, Britt. So a woman filed that he used that. That's so weird. Her Cash App and Wisely guest card without her knowledge. So this Jasmine works at the theater where the footage of Abstin was obtained in connection with the champion slides and sandals that were found at the scene. And Abstin was later, hey Rhodey Gale, hey Sandy, later identified on surveillance video. Batista suffered a loss of $910, according to the affidavit. Another affidavit reveals the car under the name of Gwendolyn Brown, who lives at Abstin's last known address. So when they went, this news station went to the door, and Brown was frustrated by the circumstances of losing her car and arrest of the man who was living with her. So there is one thing I want to mention to y'all. So it is alleged. Here you go. You all ready for this? Can you guys make sure that if anybody's in here, a mod, Brit, anybody, that you continue while I'm like trying to fill us in. If I miss something, please yell at me in chat like, "Hey Parker, breaking news on blah 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 blah." They found her. So she lived with Gwendolyn Brown, I would assume his girlfriend. She's mad she lost a car, all that kind of stuff. Brown would not make it clear how she knew Abstin or if she had an insight into Abstin, yada yada yada. Now let me just tell you something for a second about this guy, this horrible human being that kidnapped a man. We let him back out in the streets in 2020. I get it. His sentence was going to expire. He was eligible after 85%. Neighbors of the brother claim that he frequently would offer women $100 to have relations with him in the parking lot. Hey, Granny T, not even joking you. That's what kind of upstanding citizen this guy was. That he was creepy. People did not like him around that area in the brother's apartment. Now, he lived with Gwendolyn, but brother and sister, or neighbors, I can't remember who it was, claim that for some reason, for about the last month, he had been coming over to his brother's house almost every day. Brittany, I want to come up, even though you didn't tell me I could. I'm coming up. But do you guys think, have we completely ruled out brother in this situation of knowledge of brother? Now, keep in mind, right, we've got one cousin or brother, we don't know how they're related, already in jail for murdering his ex-girlfriend, and we've got Mario, who is the brother, um, in that is, frequently. Okay, I'm checking Sally, who is in jail, I believe currently, or else he made it on bail. That he was for, what do you call it, intent to sell and all that kind of stuff. So, hey, Aussie True Crime. So, am I the only one? Yes, Sally, I saw that. So, oh, Punkette, yes, thank you. Okay, Punkette, thank you. That is not where they originally thought. Okay, hold on, I gotta email this, guys. Hold on. Yeah, and my apologies. I was in and out of Brittany's live, by the way, and didn't know what that guy was even saying before. So I came in and I was like, not, yeah. I'll explain it later. It was so weird. I was like, what the heck is going on? I thought we debunked this. Okay. Yeah, that's possible. Hold on, I gotta send this to you. This makes more sense to me. So I did confirm last night too. Izzy was 100% right. Um, Britt, I don't know if I told you this. So Kemper Duran was the guy that he kidnapped and robbed in 2000. All right, Kemper Duran died in 2013. The guy was an advocate. Like, I'm telling you, the guy got the other guy that the guy was amazing. Amazing man. You should read his story. He's just like one of the best. So, really, Aaron, um, the uncle, Mike Kinney, that gave the statement for the family the other day, Izzy brought it to my attention, and it was correct. They work, Kemper and him are from the same law firm. Okay? So, like, I get it, right? We can all say that's a big coincidence. But when I was talking on Twitter to FBI agent Jennifer, I can never say her last, I think it's Coffender. She's really smart, and I said something about it, and she said that I didn't think it was random, and she said, exactly, I don't believe in coincidences. That's coming from somebody who used to be part of the FBI. If you remember correctly, Amber, my mod, was in here saying that there has been a lot of talk. She is from Tennessee, not Memphis, but she is from Tennessee. However, she does have connections that say there is very large talk of there being some really bad, like, corruption type stuff, law type. Hold on. My daughter was trying to charge something for $40. Hold on. Sorry. Um, Cough, Coffindorfer. Okay, thanks, Sally. So, so whether or not that's true, I don't know. But right now, I gotta tell you, I just don't think that this. A lot of people are saying it's random. It's just coincidental. Well, I gotta tell you, y'all. I hope that there is. I mean, that is one big coincidence. And I mean, stranger things have happened. So, Punkat, have they moved the command center from this location, or is this the most recent? So, Punkat amazingly did this map here. Yeah, exactly, Amber. So this would be where the command center is now. So that's not actually where I thought it. Well, hold on, let me figure out how this is. Okay, we can see right here where Punkat has the first on the furthest left is where you see the apartments, and 1.7 miles away over by Marjorie Street is where the command center is. Okay, so that's South Orleans Street. I wish I could get my. So I wonder if the whole time you can't see it back to the house. So yeah, so but no, so I don't know what's over there. Let me check, see what, because that doesn't, because that wasn't the industrial yard that they were at one point. Let me see what Punket says if they've moved it at all. No, that must be where it is. I think so, Frazzled Mom. That actually that makes sense, Frazzled Mom. Let me see if I can zoom in more. So I think you're onto something. Because it would seem up here is just a little patch. Oh, okay, so see over here, there's a patch. Yeah, you must be right. So it looks there is like a little patch of woods over here that they must be seeking out. Oh my gosh, Crafton, for real? Crafton, I didn't even think about it. This is like your former neck of the, oh my gosh. This is like your former neck of the woods. Oh my goodness. Too close to home, huh, Crafton? Wow. Your brother must be going nuts. So, Crafton, being from that area where EliZa lived over on Carr Street, is that like where, I mean, that, because her house looks to be a very expensive house. Is that a wealthier area? Something is going on Victor Street in Chestnut. This is just crazy. Oh my goodness. Over a dozen police cars. All right, let's go back to, let me stop sharing this. I keep feeling like I am glad I cover this, but then I think when they find her, like I just keep thinking about her boys. Well, South Orleans is where the apartments are. Okay, so this is when they were setting up the command. Why is my All right, well, I don't know why that's glitching out. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go to what Crafton was talking about. Hold on, y'all. Why did I just type in Disney Pinocchio? There we go. I don't know, yo, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happened to my computer right now. I don't know what's happening. It takes a while. I don't. Police people. Okay, so people are saying no coroner has showed up. I will never understand why. I know it takes a while. Is that a crime scene? So that apparently there's over a dozen police cars. That's all I've heard. Um, yeah, tattoos. Oh my gosh, I am like a hot like when my it's so ridiculous that I'm on this dinosaur computer and my kids are upstairs on this gaming computer just streaming away. How close current apparently crime scene is right behind dude's apartment. If this ends up to be right behind his apartment, you're gonna really, really, really have to convince me that the brother didn't know. And why all of a sudden was let's just talk for a second. Why all of a sudden did he start I know tattoos. Did he start spending every single day there when he didn't even live there? Really, Aaron? So, I mean, if that's the case, it would make sense that they took that dumpster. I'm wondering if they took the dumpster yesterday, ran it, and got hits back for her on DNA, and and that's how it happened. You know, I had a wild thought, and I was gonna run this by you guys while we're waiting here. All right, thanks, Sally. Is it possible, do you think, that he killed her, strangled her those 4 minutes that they were in that parking lot, or no? At first, I thought, okay, Sally, I'll share if I can. This has been my computer is. I might have to share it later on. Do you think that that's when he killed her, or or no? So if you remember correctly, there's a gun missing. I thought the brother has a gun missing or something like this. You got to realize they normally have a service 3 hours to 5 hour service. They have hospital. True, Denise. Because there is, and I will say that I was reading on web sleuths, right? And that is, for the most part, usually typically accurate for the most part. And I try to make sure I verify after, but there was a route they had mapped out that um, somehow was obtained, and I got to try to find it again. I clicked off of it and I can't find it again. And it showed that they believe he went to McDonald's first after getting her or something. He went somewhere but went to McDonald's and then back, but there was somebody said that it was almost like evident that he might have actually gotten something to eat or something along those lines. And that was what people were like, how sick is this guy that he possibly could have eaten after hurting her? Oh, Crafton, I hope so. And that's what I wondered, Crafton. I don't think he thought she was going to put up the fight that she did, and then that kind of like threw him all all up disheveled, and I think he might have done it right then because he was like, "Crap, she's not going to be as easy as Kemper." Now Kemper he put in the trunk, and Kemper was only saved because when he went to the final like an ATM after a few ATMs, and then he saw a security guard and started yelling, and then the two guys fled. That's how Kemper got away, but I don't think he fought like she did. I mean, she fought, which I mean, they said it was. So Sandy, they did say that they just said they have evidence it was violent and that they believe there was blood or evidence in that front seat that he was cleaning up. I don't know, Sally. They just said they believe he went to and this isn't confirmed that they thought that he went to McDonald's first. Um, that's where and we still have not gotten any confirmation, at least I haven't seen, but that her clothes were found there. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to assume. But I think that I'm gonna work on a really, really, really. I want a really detailed timeline. I'm gonna go through everything, and I want to see what did he do before. Who else could be involved? Like, I'm going to see if I can track down, like, what did he do the day or before. Yeah, Memphis is a war zone is one reason I doubt he knew her family history. Oh wow, Crafton. Okay, that is very interesting. Wow. Really, Savannah? Punkette, we all said, hey, Tracy. That's right, Savannah, because remember that was the big Crafton, you should definitely do a live on this. I mean, you to stop from a repeat. Yeah, I never. Wow, I didn't get the feeling though that it was over like her family's money, but that would make sense. Haven't been following this at all, so I gotta ask as a husband. Tattoos, they have not said if they haven't. I mean, we all thought so. There was mention of a nanny in the beginning, but we've gotten no, and it wasn't from us. People were, I mean, my goodness, you know how rumors fly. They had a Lifetime movie working that he was with a 22-year-old nanny and all this stuff, but that has never been confirmed that there even is a nanny. However, searching the creek where she was taken, oh my gosh. That's true. That's true. Oh my gosh, Crafton, that's right. Well, and even if it was, what it wasn't, Crafton, that doesn't make it okay. Oh my gosh. I've heard it's gotten really bad. Yeah, so Tracy, I'm still not convinced that's not what happened. If if dad wasn't able to kick his habit and it was back again. Um but yeah, tattoos. So it was alleged they did search the house. They brought out the shears, but I am thinking that the shears were more along the lines of what some people in here were saying, that they actually weren't like anything for evidence, that they were using it to cut something or something along those lines, and you know, looking for something. They do have her laptop. They do have her SUV, and it was Izzy said, because Izzy's daughter lives there, that um there was a ton of officers at his place of employment yesterday, which if you remember, he was a boat man, he's like a boat manager or dealer of, or whatever, a boat worker or something like that. She went missing from right near University of Memphis, which is 3800 Central Ave or something like that. So Denise, I'm not sure why. Well, I'm not sure why they took her car. In the bushes was in here last night saying that sometimes it's standard. They get. I don't know. I can't remember. They had good reasons for it. Um, I don't know if they wanted to see, like, if the husband went somewhere in it or what. Um, I don't know how Pookie, aka Cleotha, wasn't smart, well, yeah, I guess his look at his entire family, smart enough to shut his phone off. The fact that he, like, they knew he was in that area because he forgot to shut his phone off and all this stuff is just, it's mad. The thing is as soon, it says when they showed up at his apartment, yeah, when they police showed up at his apartment on Saturday, he was standing in the doorway, like he opened the door. Okay, I'm checking it, Punkette. Oh no. All right, just in 613. Um, sources tell WREG a body has been found in the area. The victim has not been identified. Uh, let's go to Bria. Let's see here. Oh, there was a lady on Facebook in the apartments that was taping. Sweet woman. And she was taping and just crying and crying, saying, "Why did you take this woman? Why couldn't you just leave this woman?" It was really terrible. Hold on, we're going to Twitter. I hope her husband wasn't involved because those boys don't need to lose both parents. All right. All right, let me share this if it lets me. This is the thing where I'm just like, why? Come on. Like, I don't understand. Why? This isn't necessary. This type of madness. Okay, here we are, guys. So this is one of her videos. I'm not going to try to play the video because my computer's so screwed up, but this Bria was on the scene, and MPD has moved the command center we knew to near Marjorie and Person. This is very close to where the dumpster was towed from outside Cleo Epston's brother's apartment yesterday morning. And here we go. This was an hour ago. We already know that. Wow. So, guys, so look. So, hold on a second. The video shows how close the current scene is, investigators say, where he went. Holy cow, do you see that? Let me see. I'll re-show this all later on too, by the way. But on like an actual good computer. Body located near dumpster. No, that's okay, Crafton. So this shows you guys how close. Okay, updates at the top. I'm going to look because my I don't know what happened with my dinosaur computer. Can you go imagine going live back in the day when we played Carmen Sandiego and stuff? Okay, well hold on. Let me just While I'm waiting for this to stop, I'm gonna get on Twitter myself so I can tell you what updates. So I'm gonna have to go back in there. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, 55 seconds ago, guys, at 5:07 p.m., officers in the 1600 block of Victor located a deceased party. The identity of this person. Yeah, AOL. The identity of this person has yet to be revealed. I mean, who else could it be? Hey, S. Hockett. Yep. Frazzled Mom. Yep. So later, when I go live again, I'm going to show you guys. Body has been found. Yeah, it's literally right by where the dumpster was. Nope, there hasn't been. I don't understand this. I don't understand. Somebody's gonna have to help me understand. Why did he keep her so close? Okay, allegedly, if this turns out to be her, it's right near where the dumpster was taken earlier. or where the dumpster was earlier. Why? Why keep her that close? Did he want to set his brother up? I think, what Crafton said, I think he wasn't prepared for her. I don't think he thought she was going to fight the way she did. Crafton, yeah, I agree, Crafton. I think he was not prepared for the way that she was going to fight back. And if it's not exactly, if it's not premeditated, then he wasn't prepared how she was going to fight back, and I think he killed her in that 4 minutes. The only other thing I thought of was he was tying her up. I still don't fully understand how he even got her to stay in the car when he went around to the driver's seat, but we don't know. That is disgusting, Frazzled. Oh my gosh. Really, Aaron? Wow. I wonder if they didn't even tell him what, but this will add murder. I wonder if they didn't even tell him what charges he was gonna be hit with. That's true as well. That's true, Denise. Could have had door handle up. That really, Sally, that's possible. You know what's been weird too, and I don't know if this is uncommon, but they've not done a press conference at all over this. I mean, the family did the presser, but just like, like Crafton says, if it's premeditated or we do find a connection that, could be, then, you know, he was a scumbag. But he might have had, that's true, no regard for human life. This may be generational good. So the attorney net detective worked at the same law office, but there has been some stirring around the Memphis area that the certain law or office has some corruption issues going on. So I don't. Yeah, true, Crafton, and I thought I said that there was the brother's gun was missing or something, or I couldn't remember something about a gun. I mean, obviously, like, Crafton's right. He had to have done something that needed to be cleaned. After so he couldn't have just strangled her, I guess. After I got ready for bed, my neighbor's house. Oh my goodness, Aaron, that's horrible. Oh wow, Denise. Oh, that's true. True. So do you guys think the brother's involved? Wow, Aaron, that's nuts. I was trying to picture how he could have possibly done this alone, but I guess, now I think he could have. Yeah, I don't think so, Denise. I think his brother, is in jail for meth or whatever, and it's kind of the same route, but yeah. Uh no, Sally, the uh Pookie's brother, Cleotha. No other updates then. I mean, I would imagine that, well, they've got to still call the family, and I have a question. One of my other true crime buffs. Why take her clothes off? It's true, Crafton. If we find out that her clothes were in fact in McDonald's, hey Remy, why take her clothes off? Or you know what? Maybe I'm just not thinking in the mind of of a psycho criminal like this. Oh, good point, Savannah. Not yet, Remy. They have not identified her yet. Yeah, that's what I wondered, Stacy. So before Aaron, it was a gun. With Kemper Duran, he had a gun. Oh, Aaron. Okay, that's possible, Tia. That's very possible. I don't know. You know, like I assumed he kidnapped her with gloves, but this is a guy that kidnapped anyone in slides. That's true, Crafton. That's, I mean, hey, Punksy, the guy tried. I mean, he kidnapped somebody in slides. So I think I think Crafton's right. From that moment on, when he lost those slides, yes, Remy. So he got out. So Remy, get this. He got out of prison in 2020 after spending 20 years, Remy, in prison for kidnapping a man. I know, Crafton. That's the other thing that says it might not have been planned, and he might have just like, I mean, he just, I think once he lost his slides and left the scene and realized, oh my goodness, somebody else made a really good point, guys, last night. I just remembered this. This could be too, hey Delaney, this also could be why she is close to the dumpster. Somebody said he was without shoes. How far in the woods could he take her? I mean, yes, he could take, you know, he could do it with pain, but he didn't have shoes on. He left his shoes at the site. So I think when he lost the slides, he didn't know what to do because he had killed her or whatever because she was fighting. And I think from then on, he just completely panicked. In that area, U of M teams would jog all the time. Crafton, that's true. And the worst part, Crafton, is that several people have confirmed that she usually had a running partner, but that day her running partner couldn't run. You're right. That's true. He probably thought she was a young student because she probably ran, you know, a lot more than any of us. Okay, I'm gonna speak for myself. A lot. I mean, her mileage was like 9 miles and stuff. I was like, I mean, you know, 1 mile and I'm tapped out. Okay, let's be real. Quarter mile, I'm tapped out. But yeah. Bye, Wolfie. Thanks so much for coming in. Yeah, Remy, that's a good point. Well, because they did say that he was there for 24 minutes before she came. And Remy, I know. Crafted. You mean the bong? I'm just kidding. Um, he said that's why, you know, he had been lingering for 24 minutes. So I wondered if he was just, me neither, Sarah, just waiting. Oh, Britt, don't even get me started on that. I was like coming in saying, we already debunked this neutral thing, buddy. What are you talking about? And then I heard like, oh, well, you can park. I was so weird. I was like, what is going on? I gotta go. I don't know who you had up on panel, Brittany, but yeah. I mean, she ran miles a day. So he probably did think it was a student. He is, Remy. He is. and I feel terrible that I was so certain at the beginning of this, and it might still be, but I'm just saying, I feel terrible that I was so certain in the beginning of this that the husband was involved from me, because it is, not an uncommon thing, but did you guys see how fast it was a Lifetime movie? Like, it was frantically spreading around Facebook and stuff that there was a 22-year-old nanny and they were separate and all, like, it was crazy. The wandering stuff, I walk briskly. Yeah. And if I'm running and somebody's chasing me, they better be ready to at least stop for yeah, just stop for a couple minutes and give me a time to take my breath or to catch my breath. They did, Denise. I am so I oh, guys, though, I thank you for being so, like, Crafton knows he lived there. He knows it's bad area at times, it's shady, but he did just say it's not uncommon for people to be running at 4 AM and stuff in that area. But the amount of horrible, horrible things, even yesterday I saw. Do you wanna know what I saw yesterday? This is a new one I saw last night. It said, a woman wearing booty absolutely, Crafton, a woman wearing booty shorts and with her titties, that's what he said, titties out like that, is just asking for this to happen. I I don't I just don't understand. And somebody said it was right on Twitter on that FBI woman's post. And um Delaney, I kid you not, I gotta find it because I couldn't even respond. I was so upset. And somebody said you are foul and something like you should go right to jail, and this person was like, well, my old age can't walk or something, and they said it again. Like, I'm saying, if she's going to ask for it like that, I just and there was a lot of people saying, well, what kind of woman runs at 4 a.m., blah 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 blah. You know what kind of woman runs at 4 a.m.? A mom who likes to run, who has no other time to run. Like, I just and her husband biked 3 days a week and she ran the other, like, I just don't understand how you could possibly think that about a woman who's 30, what, 34? Yeah, beat the heat. She was a teacher, school's back in session. She probably had to be to school by like 7. By the time she was getting ready, thank you, she was getting ready for the tattoos. She was getting ready for the Boston Marathon, all right? So, she has to run, and she has to run miles, and she had running shorts on, and almost all girl, well, except for me, you're not going to catch me in one of those shirts. The the what do you call them, like the jock strong, the tank top type crop toppy thing sports. It's just, oh, it's maddening to me. I know, Savannah, buy a treadmill. I was so grossed out by the Twitter taking it. Yes, exactly, Crafton. It was awful. It was just awful. Somebody even said you should go tell her boys that after they identify her. You should go tell her boys that. I just, like, oh. And then it does freak me out though that she listens to true crime podcasts on her runs. I couldn't listen to that on my runs. That if you put yourself in the position to be abducted, you could be abducted. And I know these days you can't be too careful. Yeah, Delaney, it was all over Twitter, and it wasn't even like a lot of it wasn't even if you're alone. Some of it was if you're alone and run at 4:30 a.m. But it was a frequently run area because there's two people that saw her get abducted. But also they were mainly saying how she was dressed running. So just wanted to see before we, because I'm sure Brittany's got a live here shortly. Um, Crafton, you should definitely come up sometime and talk about the area. So I'm gonna end it here until the official, because if there's a press conference and stuff, I'm gonna go live. Right, Sally, how are you gonna run in jeans? I'm running in anything. Look, if I'm running at all, I'm running in the least amount of clothing possible. Right, Aaron? True net detective. Yeah, Jameson, definitely some sort of mace or something. It's just I used to do it all the time and run like okay, walk, I should say, like around town and stuff after dark because I felt like I really liked it because it was I was in a small town, so I was like nothing would happen to me. But then my husband was like, "You're absolutely not walking without pepper spray or something." So it's just horrible. Hope maybe she did. Who knows? But all right, y'all. Well, thank you. I will keep you updated, and I'm sure we'll hear soon. And just pray for her boys and her parents and her family. Yes, take life a little slower and love a lot more, and just oh, it's just a sad, sad event. But and next time I go live, I'll have my daughter's computer, which is 3,000 times better than mine. But thanks, guys. I appreciate you all.